Welcome to the video lecture of computer networks. So in this, we'll discuss about details of the computer networks. So totally we'll be having in 5 units. So in this we will discuss each and everything in separate topic. So first in unit 1 we'll be having introduction and physical layer. So in this we'll be having in so many topics under this unit. Some basics about what is network and what are the types of network and the protocol layering, how the layering architecture will be and what is meant by TCP/IP protocol suite and what are the model and what are the layers in OSI and what are the performance of a network, what is transmission media, switching, that is in circuit switching and packet switching. So everything will be going to cover in the unit 1. We will be coming to the unit 2. In this unit 2, we'll be having an data link layer and media access. So in this also we'll be having a separate topics. We will be discussing that separate video. So first basically here we are going to discuss about in unit 1, we are going to discuss about what is meant by networks. So in this network, we will discuss what is the network criteria and what are the physical structure of a network. So this will be going to cover in this video. So first one is about definitions of what is mean by a network. We all know that network is an interconnection of set of devices that are capable for communication. So the network is mainly used for communication to establish the connection to communicate between the two devices. This is the basics about of a network. So how the device will be? So this device can be an host, that can be an sometimes we can call it as we can call it as an end systems. So such as an computers, either desktop, laptops, workstations, cellular phones, or security systems. That anything can be an end system, that can be an host. So a device, what is meant by a device? So a device is an connecting device, such as the device is used to connect the connection. So device in this means it is a connecting device. Maybe it can be called as a router, so which connects other networks. See in the switch, what does mean by a switch? Is a switch which connects the devices together. So the devices are, maybe we can call it as a router, such as we are called as a, that is a device, we are connecting device we can say. So what is meant by switch? To connect the devices, we need a switch. And coming to the part of modem, so what does mean by a modem? So to exchange the data, we need a modem. So when we connect two computers at home using a plug-and-play router, we have created a network. Although it's a very small network, we can create. So using a plug-and-play router, we can create a small network. So that's about what the basics of a network. So next we'll discuss about what are the criteria of a network. So the criteria, so to meet an criteria, a network must hold the three important things. So one is in performance, second one is in reliability, and third one is in security. So a network must have all three this criteria to meet is some certain criteria. So then we'll discuss this in detail. So first one is about your performance. Your performance, what does mean by performance? So in this performance, coming to the part of the performance, a performance can be measured in two ways. One is in transist time, another one is in response time. So what does mean by transist time? The to amount of time that taken to traverse one message from one device to another device. It can be a transistor. It's a transmission time of message, the travel time we can say. What does mean be a response time? We can call it as it is an inquiry and response. That is an elapsed time between an inquiry and a response. So we can simply call it as an we will sending the data. So it has to reach the sender, from the sender to the receiver, and the receiver has to respond the message which is received from the sender, that we can call it as a response time. So other than this two, the performance also can be evaluated by two networking matrices. One is an throughput and another one is an delay. So we often need throughput and will be having an less delay. So we will be an less delay. The performance of a network will be a good one. So the next about is um, reliability and security. So in addition to the accuracy of the delivery, the network reliability is measured by the frequency of failure. So frequency of failure and the time taken to recover from the failure. So these are all the main capabilities of a reliability. So the network security is also provided to provide protecting the data from an unauthorized access. So also it will also provide protecting data from damage and also development. So it will have in some implementing some policies and procedures from recovery for the data losses. So that is about the basics of a network criteria. The next thing about is physical structure. So coming to the part of the physical structure, we can talk about some types of connections in the network. So a network, we can call it as a network is a two or more devices connected to through links. A link is a communication pathway that transfers data from one device to another device. So here we can split the connections into two parts. One is a point-to-point connection, another one is a multi-point connection. So in a point-to-point connection, it provides a dedicated link between two devices. We can see this in a diagram. We having two devices, they are connected with each other in a transmission medium. They are connected, but they are having a dedicated link. Only the two devices can connect to the link. That is why the name we can call it as a point-to-point connection. The next one is a multi-point connection. The multi-point connection is otherwise called as a multi-drop connection, in which one device one single device having more than one connection. So that means we can call it as a multi-point connection. So in a multi-point connection, the capacity of the channel is either it can be a spatially or it can maybe a temporally, it can be shared. So here we'll in this diagram also we can see that there is a one mainframe. The link will be shared by multiple devices. So only one mainframe is there, that are totally three devices are connected in a one single link. So that is why we can call it as a multi-point connection. So that's all about the connection. So coming to the basics of a network, here we'll be having some points we have to discuss about topologies. So here, what is the physical topology? That is physical structure. In the sense, we need to discuss about some topologies. The term physical topology refers how the network is laid out physically. So in which how it can be laid out physically. We know that already two or more devices connect to a link, but two or more links it can form a topology. So already I'll repeat, only we can establish the connection by using two or more devices by using a link, but two or more links can form a topology. So a topology of a network is the geometric representation of a relationship of all the links and linking devices to one another. So there are in this, we are going to discuss about four basic topologies. One is a mesh, star, bus and ring. So first about mesh topology. So in a mesh topology, every device have a dedicated point-to-point link to every other device. The term, what is meant by the dedicated? It carries only the traffic between the two devices. So that is why it can named as a dedicated, only between the two devices. So that is why it can be called as an mesh topology. So in this diagram, we can see that in this mesh topology, we will be having some diagram. It will connect two or more devices, but that two devices are connected using a dedicated link. So that is why it can call it as a dedicated links. So coming to the advantages and disadvantages of mesh topology. By use of the dedicated link, it guarantees the connection. It guarantees that each connection carries its own data load. So none of other the data cannot be shared between the two devices. So it is very robust and it is also provide privacy and security. So a disadvantage in the sense it is very difficult to reconnection and installation also be very difficult because we need to provide some dedicated link. So that is why we can name this and mesh topology is a dedicated point-to-point connection. So, and the hardware required to connect each link also very expensive. So these are the major advantage and disadvantage of mesh topology. The next one is about star topology. The second topology we are going to discuss about is star topology. In a star topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controller we can usually call a hub. Here we'll be having a one central controller. So each device will be connected using a link by using the hub. So there no here there is the hub and the system will act as a point-to-point connection. There is only one hub and we can connect n number of devices to the hub. But if one device want to send the data to another, it needs to send to the controller. We can say no, that is a hub. So if one device want to send the data to another, it sends the data to the controller, which then relays the data to the other connected devices. That is the main thing in a star topology. Here we can see this in a diagram. Here we'll be having a hub. In the hub will be connected with the 4 devices. We can connect n number of devices, but here we have connected only 4 devices. So each device need to send another device. If the device 1 want to send the data to the device 2, the device 1 needs to send the data to the hub, and the hub will transfer the connection to the device 2. This is the procedure behind the star topology. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? Well, coming to the advantage part, it is very less expensive and it is also very robust. And disadvantages, if the only one the single point connection is made, if the hub fails, the entire network will be collapsed. So it is about an advantage and disadvantages of star topology. The next topology is bus topology. A bus topology, on the other hand, is a multi-point connection. So we already discussed star and bus. Mesh are point-to-point connection. So it is an opposite to this. Here we'll be having an bus topology, it is a multi-point connection. Here, the only one cable will act as a backbone to link all the devices in a link. Like the hub, here we are having only one cable. So the establishment cost of hub is also very expensive. So that is why we have moved to the bus topology. So in this bus topology, here one long cable acts as a backbone to link all the devices in a network. So nodes are connected to the bus cable by drop lines and tape. The drop line is a connection that is running between the device and the main cable. The tap is a connector that either splices the main cable or punches the seating of the cable to create a contact with the metallic core. So we'll be having in bus topology diagram. Here we can see this. We have only one long cable that can act as an connection. So that cable will be connected to the tap. The tap will connect the device by using a connector called drop line. So that is the main thing in the bus topology. The main advantage of bus topology is includes it is a very easy of installation, redundancy is eliminated, and it is very difficult to reconnection and fault isolation. It is a very disadvantage because it cannot be reconnected. So again, coming to the point, the establishment cost will be very high, and the signal reflection at the tapes can cause degradation of the quality. Sometimes the quality may be degraded. A fault or a break in a bus cable stops all the transmission. Like a hub, in the single cable, the cable can disconnect all the devices in the connection. So that is the main disadvantage of bus topology. Then the last topology we are going to discuss about is ring topology. In a ring topology, each device has a dedicated point-to-point connection. Here we will directly see the diagram. You can see this the diagram. So in this diagram, we'll be having a ring topology. Here we'll be having a ring-shaped diagram. So the cable will be connected as a ring shape. So here all the devices are connected using a ring shape. So in this ring topology, a signal is passed along the ring in one direction from the device to device until it reaches the destination. From one device to another device, it will be passed in a one direction. So there will be having a direction which will be used. So each device in a ring that incorporates a repeater. So each device in a ring will be having a separate repeater. So when a device receives a signal, the intended repeater regenerates the bits and passes them along. The main work of the repeater is to give an alarm that you have received a message. You need to proceed. That is the signal that can be allotted by that can be raised by the repeater. So a ring is relatively easy to install and reconfigure. So compared to all other topologies, a ring is relatively easy to install and reconfigure. So each device is linked only to its immediate neighbors. So that is why we can call it as a point-to-point connection. Here in this diagram, you can see this. Look at this diagram. Here we'll be having in 6 devices, but there is no intermediate connections in the device. Only the device to device, that is a point-to-point connection, is there. So coming to the advantage and disadvantage of ring topology. In this ring topology, a ring is relatively easy to install and reconfigure. Fault isolation is simplified. If one device does not receive a signal within a specified period, it causes an alarm. It issues an alarm. We can say that is the main duty of the repeater. If the device doesn't receive any message, it will raise an alarm. The last thing about disadvantage, in a simple ring, a break in a cable can disable the entire network. So a break in a label can cause an total entire network will be collapsed. So that's all about and basic connections about your networks. So in this network, we'll have discussed about some network criteria and what is the physical structure, the types of connections, and last one is in topology. So that's all about networks. Thank you.